maybe bookshelves in there in Aloft, the hotel. I forget what was here before, but now it's an Aloft hotel. Aloft. If you invert the A and E and you look at the other section, it could look like E-loft or A-loft. Depends on how you look at it. It's one of those magic eye-ish things. There used to be a McDonald's across the street over there, but during the pandemic and the George Floyd, like the McDonald's disappeared. One was burned down. I don't know if they all were, but anyway. So we're left with more natural foods. There's still, you know, regular food, but no McDonald's. There's only one little tiny Wendy's in downtown Philadelphia. There's no Burger King that I'm aware of. So we have a Popeyes. You have to go on the outskirts of the city to find a lot of fast food restaurants. So go way north or way south. But in Center City proper, there's not tons of fast food options. You can go to food courts, like in the shops at Liberty Place or the Fashion District Mall. But still, it's not like in the suburbs where you can drive up to a McDonald's every 3 blocks or whatever. I see it as a good thing because they brought in natural foods. Well, there's Whole Foods was always here and a scene was always here. But Sprouts came in around 2017. So, and Sprouts showed up in a lot of states that didn't even have Whole Foods. But it was a way to keep spreading the good word, if you will, about natural foods as opposed to fast food. What's that? There's tons of pizza still and other restaurants and stuff like that. This used to be a Jake's Pizza here on the corner. It's no longer here. At Race and Broad. I used to eat here for lunch from time to time because I used to work up the street at 401 North Broad when my first employer in Philadelphia was there, North American Publishing Company. But they moved around the corner to 1500 Spring Garden. So, anyway. It's interesting, the Verizon trucks, that one in particular reminds me of an Amish truck that comes in for the farmers market on Saturdays at Rittenhouse Square, and they usually bring flowers and stuff like that. But they have a truck, it's a little bit bigger, but it resembles the Verizon one. Isn't that interesting? So just walking north on Broad Street here, the Hahnemann Hospital, which Drexel kind of took over. It used to be over here to the left, these buildings, which are kind of looking a little run down these days, but they closed their doors during the pandemic. So they still have some Drexel Medicine offices around, I guess. This awning here still says Drexel Medicine. But those buildings over there, particularly that one on the end there, closed down, and that was another place that people I worked with would visit for lunch, because you could just, back in the day, you could just go into the hospital cafeteria. That's it. Have lunch. So I have that experience. And I know someone who was working at Hahnemann as like some sort of, I actually don't know what he was doing, but he had to find another job because they closed Hahnemann. Broad Street line set-up station here at Vine and Race. God, we made that light perfectly. It's kind of, this is a very sketchy intersection. Typically you have to dodge people who want to turn from the other side onto the highway. or they're turning where I just walked away from that corner. In addition, it's kind of a race. I won't rush it, but it's like you want to hurry up and get to the other sign, but it's not, the traffic isn't that bad, so I'll just wait for this. I kind of forget with this light, it's still green up here, so I could probably make it, oh, we'll wait. So it's hard to tell how quickly, because there's like 6 different left-hand turn signals, and those have to turn red before these people get the light to go west. And I'd have to turn around and check that traffic signal. It's a pain in the rear, kind of. Roman Catholic high school here. So faithful, it says on the banners. And earlier I was thinking about people who aren't faithful or are infidelity people. So it often happens, like, you know, it's not like the world is so different. People are always trying to change and grow or outdo other people, and people get caught up in, you know, oh, I can have better, the grass is greener over here. So Roman Catholic High School, 1890. Pearl Street. So Pearl Street kind of runs way over here, but they have the sign up anyway, and if this school weren't here, it would run through the school, Pearl Street. Unless they consider this Pearl, Wood is the next one, I guess. Okay, maybe they consider this Pearl-ish. It's kind of, this is like an alleyway here, and then Wood would be the next one. It's kind of hard to tell, because some streets are intermittent. They're not like totally straight through the city for the entire city per se, and you can't always drive on every section of every street. So I guess this would be considered Wood. All the street signs are a little bit off. Like this is Carlton, but I guess they have to put them on whatever poles are available, and that's the closest pole available to Carlton Street apparently. So the next one is Callowhill, and I used to walk Callowhill for 3 years. I walked Callowhill from Broad Street, which is 14th Street, over to 26th, or you know, I'd go over to like 20th, and I would shift up to Hamilton Street or what have you, or and then get on Pennsylvania Avenue, because I lived on Pennsylvania Avenue way back then, and on 2601. So this is the building I worked in here. They've kept it the same, 401 North Broad, and then the police headquarters.